All right, y'all. I was over here digitizing this for a new hat I'm about to try to make. Well, I ain't gonna try to make. We gonna get it done. But I just took this moment just to show you just some digitizing logic that has to be applied. Now there is this first rule that you must go, especially with hats, down, up, and center out. Okay, and the reason being for this, if you start here now, logically it may say, okay, well, let me start at the bottom, let me start here. Well, just take the center for instance, since I already got two of these done, most of the center red done. Your logic may say, okay, well, let's start here, and then let's just go here, then here, then here. What's gonna happen is you're gonna be the garment's here, right? All these stitches going here is shifting the garment. All this shit, boom, 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 boom. You still on there, you doing all that stitching right there. Say that's 2,000 stitches there, then 2,000 stitches there. So the garment is shifting a little bit while you're doing this. It just means you can't notice the shift. Then you go in here and it's still shifting here. What you're supposed to do to stop this from shifting like this, you hit here, then come back over here, and then hit here. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe even hit here, or hit here, then hit here. So that the garment doesn't shift. Now, again, some things it may make sense just to go. And I used to watch people when I got people to digitize when I first started. I was watching people digitize. I'm like, man, why? That was just stupid. Why did you go back over there and then cut, trim, and then go way on this side? You know what I'm saying? When they was doing something, they'll do like five little different things here, and then it'll trim and then jump on this side, because you have to have a balance with your stitches. You can't be stitching the W and H right here. You stitch all of this and then you think you finna go and stitch all of this. It's gonna shift, and you may not notice it until you start doing your satin stitch outline, and you be like, man, it's off a little bit. Why is it off? And it wasn't off here. It looked good here, but the logic behind this, why digitizing can be a little complicated, and why people would go out and get stuff done. This is kind of simple, so I would do this myself. Or when you create a new product, this is something I'm creating for a new product, I'd do it myself. I don't have to spend the money to get something done, unless it's just super complex and I know that it's gonna be a good seller. But into up, down, down, up, down, up, I'm sorry, excuse me, down, up, inside, out. That's supposed to be the logic there. And you have to keep that in mind when you're digitizing your own stuff. You're wondering why stuff is shifting. It's because you're doing too much stitching on one side and ignoring the other side. All right, you have to balance the stitching out. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Or like I did here, I did this. Let me see if I can find it in the sequence here. And I started with that blue, but then I was like, nah, let me do the center. So I'm going to eventually bring this down. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the center first, and then the purple. The center can be a little up some. It's gonna extend the borders, and then the purple is gonna cover the edge of the red, and then the blue is gonna cover the edge of the red, just to make it align properly. See, let me show you this right here, because I got that done. See how that blue hit that perfect when I shifted it down. See, I got it up now, but if I bring it down to the bottom, then it kind of lines a little better. But anyway, so you see here, I went here, and then here, and then I came over here, and then I'm gonna hit the Y way over here. All right, so it's gonna shift. Like, I didn't have to put I went on and shifted through and cut. I'm gonna cut through all of these, but I didn't necessarily have to cut. I could do a jump stitch here. Boom, boom, boom. When it hit the Y, I could do a jump stitch here. Boom, it'll hit here. All right, and then we're gonna have to trim. He jumps over here. He's gonna have to trim. He jumps back over here. And you'll see that through digital. If you're learning how to digitize, watch your designs. While you're learning how to digitize and you're paying people to digitize for you, watch your designs print out. Watch your designs stitch out, so that you can learn the methodology, so that you can learn learn the mind of a digitizer. because it's more than just being able to hit the buttons here. Okay, you go to, what we gonna go to, a closed stitch shape. We're gonna go to fill. It's more than just hitting here. You know, everybody, you know, and this is why they're gonna teach you in the videos. Hit here, boom, boom. I'm trying to do this with one hand mouse, a little funny. Boom, boom. And I'm looking at this through my phone. And then you hit enter. Everybody can do that. Everybody can do that, but it's not just that. The most important part is logically programming out the stitching. You know, and you have to do this in your head, man. Or you may, you know, some digitizers may write it down. You know, I'm a beginner digitizer, but I know those is one of the things that I struggled with in the beginning, was not understanding the logic, and my stuff was shifting and I didn't know why. And it was a lot of times because it was just too much stitching on one side, especially if you auto digitize. You gotta be careful with that, man. That auto digitizing, you know, this has software like this. Let me show you this right here. You can go here, you can go to lettering. You may can do this on the higher level of Chroma also, for my Racoma people. Let me go to lettering. Let me see here. Let me just type anything in there. All right, see here, when we go here, we got the lettering. We can tell it to stitch. Hold on. We can tell it to stitch right here. See, this is me stitch. I can tell it to stitch from center out, or you can tell it to stitch left or right, or and something small like this. Hold on, y'all. Let me try to find it. All right, something small like this right here. It's not a lot of stitching. You can go from left to right and right to left. You know what I'm saying? It may not matter in this case, because it's not a lot of stitching going on in the name. But if it's a heavy name and you got a lot of stitching going on, you may have to jump around. Okay, so just keep that thing in mind, man. It's one of those important things you need to learn about digitizing, is that it's not just you filling this thing up, and you know how to color this thing and make the stitches. You fill the stitches in and do the satin stitch. The most important part is programming. It's a level of programming that goes into digitizing. That's why people more so just pay to get it done. Why sit here, like, even for this design may take me 30 minutes to get done. I've been talking to y'all 8 minutes thus far. Just trying to tell y'all about the things. So but yeah, man, y'all like, sub, subscribe, man, if this and comment if this information was helpful. And we gonna get to this thing and we'll stitch this thing out probably in my next video.